Lightyear, the very movie that Andy himself watched in 1995. The movie that tells the definitive story of the legendary Buzz Lightyear. Only, is it really the definitive story? Is it a true reflection of the Buzz Lightyear that we originally met in Toy Story? I believe there is another film that truly captures the essence of Buzz Lightyear, Star Command, and the immortal line, "To infinity and beyond." That movie, released in 2001, is Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins, a pilot for the upcoming series of the same name. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command is the original Toy Story spin-off that told the story of the Space Ranger defending the universe. In this video, we are going to compare Buzz Lightyear of Star Command with the new release Lightyear to figure out which is the definitive story that truly captures the spirit of the toy introduced in 1995. First, let's break down their stories. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command follows the legendary Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear and begins on an alien planet with Buzz and his partner Warp Dark Matter as they search for LGMs, otherwise known as Little Green Men. We very quickly get an extravagant action sequence as Buzz and Warp rescue the LGMs and find themselves face to face with the evil Emperor Zurg. The Rangers battle Zurg's forces, but unfortunately Warp is left behind in the explosion. Buzz then swears off ever working with the partner again. We then catch up with Commander Nebula, and he is training new recruits but has his eye on a specific one for Buzz Lightyear, Princess Mira, a recruit that has exceptional skill and a unique ability that allows her to phase through solid material. She also explains that she looks up to Buzz and he once saved her planet. Buzz, however, wants nothing to do with partners and exclaims that he works alone. But we are once again reminded that Buzz does actually have a heart of gold as he defends the Star Command janitor, Booster. Booster may be a janitor, but he has a dream to become a Space Ranger and has been studying for the Space Ranger exam. We then get a scene with the evil Zurg as he and his slaves are working on his new underling, Agent Z. Here we also learn about Zurg's plans to use the LGM's Unimind, which we learn is responsible for the LGM's hive mind, and he wants us to take control of the universe. The LGMs of Star Command are also working on a partner for Buzz and have created XR, a robot that has the ability to learn and be repaired despite taking extreme damage. While Buzz and Captain Nebula are rather unsure about the potential partner, they reluctantly say yes and XR joins Buzz as the two rush off to the LGM's home as Zurg's forces are invading the planet. The LGMs retreat underground and try activating the Unimind to protect themselves, but Zurg's forces push through their defenses and attempt to steal it. But at that very moment, Buzz and XR arrive to try defend the LGM and their Unimind. But Agent Z shows up and enters a confrontation with Buzz and XR. During this confrontation, Agent Z blows XR apart and shoots a blast directly to Buzz's chest, but leaves him rather unharmed. With that, Zurg's forces steal the Unimind and leave Buzz and the LGMs in a state of defeat. Back on Star Command, the LGMs try their best to repair XR, but without the Unimind, they have truly lost the plot. While the LGMs struggle putting XR back together, Zurg and his scientists corrupt the Unimind and begin their steps to their plan. In an attempt to stop the evil Emperor, Princess Mira steals Alpha 1, the foster ship in Star Command's arsenal. Buzz is then sent after Mira but doesn't realize that the ship he has taken is also occupied by Booster and XR. While all of this is taking place, Zurg and his minions begin their first test using the Unimind as a weapon. The team then sends a ray from the corrupted Unimind and Zurg gains control of every individual on that planet. He then continues zapping several planets and taking over the minds of all their individuals. Buzz continues his pursuit of Mira and captures her. Buzz then commandeers her ship, and during a heart-to-heart between the two, they find Booster and XR. While all this takes place, Zurg launches an attack at Star Command and the team rushes over to find out what happened. When Buzz and his team arrive at Star Command, they find that the entire station is locked down with no power. Looking for anyone, they find Commander Nebula has been possessed by Zurg himself. Not just Commander Nebula, but every single member of Star Command. Buzz and his team are able to narrowly escape and take off to face Zurg. But the forces of Star Command pursue Buzz and his team, who are able to once again narrowly escape by playing decoy. The team then lands on Zurg's planet, but Buzz orders Mira, Booster, and XR to leave, as he still believes he needs to work alone. The trio disagrees with him, but reluctantly leaves as Buzz launches his attack. Buzz fights valiantly and comes face to face with Agent Z. The two fight until Buzz gets the upper hand and Agent Z reveals his identity as Warp Dark Matter. After this reveal, Buzz is overpowered and defeated. He then sends a message to Mira, Booster, and XR, admitting that he needs help. The trio then come to his rescue, and the reunited team are able to fight off Zurg and his forces. They end up defeating Warp, but Zurg is just able to escape. Buzz and Mira head to the Unimind, and Mira phases Buzz into the orb, and he is able to once again purify it, bringing peace to the universe. The film ends with Buzz and his team being given medals for their bravery and officially becoming a Space Ranger team. All in all, a simple yet exciting adventure that is told in just 63 minutes. Lightyear actually shares similar elements and story beats. I'm going to break down the story now, but please understand that I'm restricted to primarily using footage from the trailers, as the movie is still in cinemas. Lightyear begins with the titular hero and his partner Alicia Hawthorne exploring a new alien planet while being joined by a new recruit, or rather, a rookie. They soon find out that the planet is hostile and inhospitable and order a withdrawal. While trying to launch the ship into orbit, the ship crashes into a mountain and crashes back into the ground. This happens as a result of Buzz not trusting the new recruit and refusing to allow him to help. While Buzz then decides he is not fit to be a ranger, he tries to quit. Alicia informs Buzz that they will find a way off the planet, and the entire crew is awoken from cryosleep and begin working on a way to escape the planet. After a year of working, the team is ready to send Buzz on his first test flight to try out the new fuel type. The team needs to see if they can make fuel that can reach light speed. Buzz goes on his first test but is unfortunately unsuccessful. When he returns, he finds out several years have passed. While it takes time for Buzz to adjust, he meets his personal companion robot, Socks. Buzz soon goes on his next test and fails. This process repeats over and over again. Each time Buzz returns, he finds his friends have aged and more time has passed. After one of his tests, he returns to find out that his friend Alicia has passed away and there is now a new commander. The new commander wants to put all the tests on hold and rather focus on creating a laser shield to protect the crew. Buzz then takes Socks and the two steal the ship for one final test, as Socks believes he has finally figured out how to create fuel for lightspeed. The commander and his forces try their best to stop Buzz, but he is able to launch the ship and the two attempt their final escape. The test is successful and the duo reaches lightspeed, but returning home, they notice something is wrong. The laser shield is now present and Buzz cannot land at the base. He crash lands in a nearby forest, and while trying to figure out what is going on, is interrupted by an individual who pushes Buzz into some bushes. The new trio looks on as a robot arrives and inspects Buzz's spacecraft. The stranger introduces herself to Buzz as Izzy Hawthorne, Buzz's partner's granddaughter, and tells Buzz that there is a base nearby where they can meet up with the rest of the local team and take down the alien ship that seems to be the origin of the robots. We also learn that the robots appeared a few days ago and have been attacking the commander base, which is protected only by the laser shield. Buzz, Socks, and Izzy make it to the local base where Buzz is under the impression that the team he has met is a well-equipped and skillful team. They decide to destroy the ship, and by doing that, the robots should lose all power and leave the command base alone. While discussing this, the robot from earlier arrives and attacks the team. Very quickly, we realize that the team is not experienced or in any case skilled. Rather, they have no clue what they are doing. The team is narrowly able to defeat the robot and move on to the next step of their plan. When the team gets to a ranger outpost, they all suit up and Buzz tries to send the others away and fly up to Zurg's ship himself. That doesn't work out as planned, and ultimately the entire team leaves the outpost together. While they leave the outpost, they are attacked by Zurg, who causes their ship to crash land. While at the other outpost looking for equipment, the team is once again attacked by Zurg, this time on foot. Zurg chases down Buzz, who is able to narrowly escape. Another chase takes place, and this time Zurg's forces are able to steal the fuel cell from Buzz and his team. Feeling defeated, Buzz gives up, but is then kidnapped and teleported to Zurg's ship. While on the ship, we get a bit of a plot twist, as it's revealed that Zurg is actually a future version of Buzz. Future Buzz wants to use the fuel to travel back in time and make sure that the crash never happens at the beginning of the movie. Present Buzz disagrees with this, as he realizes that everyone back at the command base has lived out their entire lives and even had families. If Future Buzz does travel back in time, all of that will be wiped out. A confrontation between future and present Buzz takes place as the rest of the crew show up to help Buzz. During this confrontation, the entire ship blows up and the team ship begins to fall into orbit, where Buzz is able to blow up Zurg and helps guide the ship to safety. With the defeat of Zurg, the team saves the command base and is officially recognized as a Space Ranger team. The five then fly off into space and finish the movie. So all in all, very similar in many regards. Buzz needing to save Star Command, learning to work with others, and eventually his friends becoming his new team members. While there are similarities, the films handle these very differently, and that's what I want to break down now. And while breaking these down, we will discover what the definitive Buzz Lightyear movie is. Let's start at the beginning, the start of the movies. Lightyear begins with a brief paragraph explaining that the movie we are about to watch is the exact same movie that Andy watched in 1995 that caused him to fall in love with the Buzz Lightyear character. Nothing flashy, simply white text on a black background that doesn't create too much excitement and in many ways feels forced and tacked on for nostalgia purposes. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command begins with a fully animated sequence of Andy's toys getting ready to watch the new Buzz Lightyear movie. This sequence is funny, entertaining, and lets us know that this movie does exist within the Toy Story canon in an organic way. We also learn that this is simply a new Buzz Lightyear movie, not necessarily the first one. So we are also subtly told that this is a massive franchise with multiple movies and a game, which you find out about if you watch Toy Story 2. To put things bluntly, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command has a much more enjoyable way of beginning the movie. And not just that, Lightyear's intro actually opens a serious can of worms in regards to plot holes and other issues in regards to the Lightyear lore within the Toy Story universe. This includes inaccurate toy designs, the absence of characters such as little green men, and complete contradictions such as the identity of Zurg. Buzz's character arc is incredibly similar in both of these movies, going from a ranger who desires to work alone and eventually accepts the fact that he requires a team to help him succeed. But the motivations and causes behind both of these arcs is completely different. In Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, Buzz decides to start working alone after his close friend and partner dies. He doesn't want anyone around him dying or even being put in that kind of danger. While it is a flaw for his character, it also shows his more human and caring side. He doesn't want other people to get hurt. In some ways, it's his compassion that's at fault here. In Lightyear, he simply doesn't want to work with rookies or recruits because they annoy him. It's simple as that. His desire to only work with the best of the best is incredibly detrimental to the success of his mission, and in many ways is the very reason that the command ship crashed back onto the hostile planet. If Buzz had simply allowed the recruit to help him, there is a chance that the ship would not have crashed at all. Here, it's Buzz's ego that causes him to not want to work with others. He believes that he is the best of the best, and that only he and his partners are qualified to work under these conditions. This creates a very unlikable characteristic within this depiction of Buzz, as he refuses to even help recruits learn. Which is in stark contrast to the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command depiction that actively shows Buzz helping Booster to become a ranger. The conclusion of Buzz's arcs in both films are also handled differently. In Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, Mira, XR, and Booster all come to the aid of Buzz and assist in defeating Agent Z and Zurg's forces. As a team, they surround Zurg and attempt to capture him. In Lightyear, every character feels very disjointed in the conclusion. Buzz is fighting Zurg, Izzy is flying through space, and Mo and Darby are hiding in the ceiling trying to kill some robots. Yes, all their actions end up benefiting one another, but they don't work as a combined unit. And by the end of the film, Mo and Darby still feel far from efficient, and even Izzy has little experience and no skill. It truly makes no logical sense for Buzz to choose them as his partners over the other highly skilled Rangers. Unlike Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, where each individual has proven themselves useful. Something I also just realized is that Buzz shares individual screen time with each of his team members. He is allowed to create a personal relationship with them. In Lightyear, he never has individual scenes with Mo or Darby. We actually don't have true relationships grow for up to 50% of Buzz's team. Finally, I want to talk about Buzz as a character. I mentioned earlier that Buzz from Star Command is so much more caring and empathetic, whereas Buzz from Lightyear seems driven by his ego and has a dislike for those who want to learn from him. But is Buzz's ego or overconfidence backed by any kind of skill? In the opening to Lightyear, we see that Buzz is constantly being saved by his partner, and he is the sole reason that the ship crashed. Greatest space ranger in the galaxy? I don't think so. A soldier of his caliber would not be making these kinds of mistakes. The Buzz of Star Command regularly proves his ability and skill, even just in training. In one film, we get a supportive and compassionate character who is confident in his abilities and can at times be stubborn and hot-headed, versus a character who is egotistical and uncaring to his subordinates, but also continuously needs to be saved by them. Finally, I just want to talk about the nature of the film. In Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, Buzz is set up as a space ranger who not only explores, but also protects and serves. In one 63-minute film, we see several planets and cultures, and Buzz survives multiple large-scale battles and conflicts. It paints not just Buzz, but the entire Buzz Lightyear franchise as this massive larger-than-life experience. It makes sense that there'd be such a large array of toys and games if this film was from the same franchise as the original Buzz Lightyear movie from Toy Story. In Lightyear, we spend the movie on one planet that doesn't exactly explore any form of alien cultures or life. It is a very contained story that I believe doesn't even begin to live up to other types of science fiction movies in the same vein. It is truly hard to believe that this movie is supposed to be the one that creates the massive toy line with multiple toy variants and video games. The fact that the designs in this movie completely ignore what was created in Toy Story also destroyed the canon created by those films. This version of Zurg is in no way reminiscent of any evil emperor. So why does he have that name in the Toy Story movies? Where did the LGMs come from? Why is Buzz's suit so different? All in all, Lightyear, despite being the bigger budgeted and significantly longer film, feels entirely overshadowed by the 63-minute movie that was actually made as a pilot to the series that would continue the adventures of Buzz, Mira, XR, and Booster. The animated series painted Buzz as this heroic figure that children could look up to and could admire. This Buzz acted as a role model to others, and his adventures captured the imagination. In my mind, this is the definitive story of Buzz Lightyear.